Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to more Detention. This is chapter 2. And as you remember from the last video, we had to do the thing where we had to cut Wei's neck open to get his blood and put it in a ceramic bowl so we can get access to the third floor. Alright, let's get started. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe down below. And let's get chapter 2 underway. Alright, the command post. So this is the middle of the field. Chapter 2, we're gonna run into a new enemy type. It is called the Lantern Inspector, or the Lantern Spectre. You go over here, there's nothing over here. This field's collapsed here. Everything's flooded into a river of crimson mud. There doesn't seem to be an end. So, no way to get out from over there. So we know from last video that a lot of Fane's problems stem from her parents fighting. That's just the beginning of everything. Our flagpole stand. The ropes keep knocking on the poles. Chapter 2 is the last bit of the game where they focus on horror. So that's why you get the new enemy type. An old brick building we used to call the Red House. The Japanese used this place as a barracks during the occupation. We're gonna go to the right first. And this is our first note of this chapter. I believe there's 3 notes or collectibles in this chapter. And I think it's 3 for the next chapter and the chapter after that. So it ain't that many more collectibles that we have to go through in order to get the background story. So let's check this out. There's a note on the desk. Added to journal illustration, Haibai Wu-chan. Black and white and permanent. According to legends, there are 2 ancient officials doing a routine inspection. Misfortune befell them and they perished trying to protect one another. The Lord of the Dead, seeing their loyalty, appointed them the duty of messengers of death. It was then that people who died would see them arrive to claim their souls. So this illustration here is what we're going to focus on to get access to the door on our right. So let's go over there. It's an altar if you want to save your game. I'm not going to save it just yet because it's literally the beginning of the chapter. But and as you can see, if we examine this door here, these guys look identical to the ones in the illustration we just picked up. So let's examine it. 2 figures are carved on the door. These are supposed to be the guardians, but they look more like the Haibai Wu-chan. Their hands look like they should be holding something. What could they be missing? Alright, so each of these guys holds a thing, right? And we have to collect those things in order to get access to the door. So let's look back at the illustration. And as you can see, the one with the long tongue on the right looks like he has like a feather type of thing in his hand. And the one on the left with the beard looks like he has some sort of ticket. So we have to collect those 2 items in order to get access to this door. The door is completely blocked. This should be the puppetry club's workshop. A puppet theater on a hand-drawn cart. During summer break, the boys in class would use this as their battle tank. Unfortunately, they quickly broke the wheels. Alright. And there's yet another note sitting right here. And this will give us another illustration. There's a note on a cart. Added to journal, illustration, Lantern Spectre. One of the coolest enemies in this game, by the way. Illustration of the lantern specter. If you chance upon a lantern spirit, avert your gaze and stand unmoving. When it comes near you, still your breath, do not panic, and it will keep on moving. So in order to deal with the lantern specters, we have to do exactly what is illustrated in this picture. Everything down to a T, we have to do what's illustrated in this picture. If not, you will die. I've never died against the lantern specter because it's pretty easy to get around. But I'll show you once we come upon it. These last beakers here are from our biology lab. They are each holding puppets inside. Alright. A large mass of puppets hanging from the ceiling. Alright, now these puppets here, once we come back through this area, they will come alive. You have to be very careful because they can kill you as well. But let's examine this. A brick furnace. I remember back then Mom said she burned spirit money to bless our health and good fortune. I always thought of it as closer to dealing with the devil. Alright, so what's actually in here is the feathers that we have to collect for the door outside. So we have to find the spirit money to come back to burn it in order to get the feathers. So let's go do that. First, I'm gonna go downstairs though. I like to do mine floor by floor, make sure we have everything all settled out. And look at this shit here. People just fucking tortured. Look at this, man. Look at him. Look at that. Hunched over, bag over his head, blood all on the bag. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. A kneeling figure with a wooden token on his back. Can't really tell who it is with a hood on his head. And as you see, like I said earlier, we had to get a wooden token. Now, this is the guy that has the wooden token we have to collect. But we can't get it until we come back down here later on. But he's just the first of many victims down here. Look at that. Another one. Wooden studs and shackles, a bit of dry blood on the edges. Like, what were they doing down here? Was they just torturing people, trying to get information, and just beat them to death and just left them like that, all chained up? Like, it's crazy. Another kneeling figure. Same thing, same description. Let's examine this here. The temple's divine incense burning. Before we pray, Mom always lights 3 incense sticks. She tells the gods her name and her birthplace that launches into a spiritual revel. She often lays her many problems and wishes upon them. Why does she not tell a real person? Instead, they fall upon an invisible God. Hey man, everybody believes in things differently. So, this area down here is just fucked up. It smells like rotting plants. How's those first 2 cells full with people just hunched over and this one's empty? It's a lot of shit going there. Look, and then this one, look, another guy hunched over like that. Alright. That metal door, this door is locked by the way. We can't get to it until we come back down here. Alright, let's examine this. Item received, spirit money. Let's inspect it. Spirit money. Spirit money commonly seen at temples, burned to sacrifice to the spirit gods for fortune and prosperity. Alright, so we got the spirit money. Now we can put it back in the furnace so we can grab the feathered fan. Alright, so let's go. Why the fuck the lights just turn on right there? Let's go check it out. And as you can see, this body is gone now. There was a body in here. Okay, man. Oh. Y'all remember we walked past it, there was no body in it, right? Look at this shit. Torso's all bloody. It's fucked. Down here it's fucked. Man, let's go. Let's go inspect it and see what we find. Enemy just fucking disappears after that. Yeah, see what I'm saying? The cell was empty. Let's go put the spirit money into this furnace and get out of here. Once we put this spirit money inside this furnace, these puppets will come alive and they can kill you. Alright. Let's throw this spirit money in here. Oh, otherworldly spirits, I offer this spirit money to ask for your protection. The fire went out. The furnace is suddenly gone cold. It's something in there. How can this be? It should have been reduced to ashes if it was inside. Item received, feathered fan. Well, I mean, fang. You know? Feathered fan. A fan made of feathers. It appeared in the furnace after burning spirit money. I don't know why it was still intact inside. Well, fang. You know, it may be something supernatural. You never know. That's why your mother probably believed in that type of stuff. Alright, so you can go to about, I'm gonna say about here. Probably can push it, probably go like a little bit, like a little inch more, but I'm not gonna push it there. Because if you do, the puppet will grab you, you go up in the air, and you will die. So, we're gonna hold our breath. And we're gonna walk past them. Let's go. You can't stay here too long because you got like a 15-second to like 20-second window of Fang holding her breath before the screen goes blurry. But this shit gives us enough time to get out of here. Yeah. So yeah, you gotta be careful with those puppets, man. They can kill you. All right, let's go check upstairs. This leads to the roof, but we can't get up there yet. It's locked. We gotta get the key from downstairs. This goes up to the roof. The gate's locked. There. Roots are growing out of the seams. The door is completely blocked. Same deal here. Same deal here. A pungent, mossy smell permeates. This is the projection room. There are various films on this rack. They seem to be all tangled together. The film in the media room is being projected from here. Our military education class often played political propaganda. The instructor always has a million things to say about whatever happens in the film. Are there any other films I can play? So this is obviously something from Instructor Bai, since we know he served in the military. He instilled these projections onto the students. The media room, if we are lucky, we get to watch a movie as part of the lecture. It's also great for sneaking in a nap. As we all know, when we was younger, we take naps during movie time. You go to school and it's a movie night. You taking a nap more than likely. Alright, so this is the media room here. Alright, let's examine the boards. The boards are all moldy now. The slogan reads, "Leave your death in the hands of others." Okay, check the other side. The slogan reads, "Patriotism demands of us sustained sacrifice." So you can tell this media room has Instructor Bai written all over it. He made sure that these teachings were hung up on his wall so he can instill his teachings into the kids. So he made sure that instructor buys a hard-nosed military background type of instructor, officer. And we have a headstone here. Let's examine it. There's nothing on it. We have incense that we obviously need, right? So let's check it out. An unmarked grave embedded in the middle of the room. Shouldn't be anything buried underneath. There are 3 unlit incense sticks here. Take incense or leave. Like I said, we have to take them for the shrine downstairs. So let's take them. Item received, incense. Now, there's some markings on the gravestone. Let's inspect the incense first though. Incense. A pack of incense. It is said that burning incense lets your prayers reach the gods through smoke. Alright, let's examine this. The grave of Wei Chun Ting. Oh right. Wei he already. Is the legacy of the deceased always just a mere rock? So this is fucking Wei's gravestone. What's going on, man? We know Wei was in the auditorium at the end of the prologue and the beginning of chapter 1. How did he end up in the media room? How does his gravestone end up way up here? Now look at the board. These writings wasn't here before. It was just this board, remember? Let's read them. When did all this writing appear? Snitcher. Is this about an informer? So was Wei the snitch? Was he the informer? Let's read the other side. See what it says. Written on the blackboard, snitcher. So this guy's snitcher written out on the blackboard on both sides. So is this describing Wei? So did they kill Wei for being a snitcher? We still gotta unravel the story and see what's going on, man. Alright, we'll go over here. Can't go this way, it's nothing over here. But take note what's over here. Take note. You see them all littered on the floor. 3 of them broken and 3 of them are lit up. We have 3 lanterns here. 6 altogether. And if you guess right, we have our first encounter with the lantern inspector. Like I said earlier, cool enemy type. I love the enemy. It's fucking menacing too. Alright, so let's go over here and check it out. See what we gotta do. Yep. See at the left hand of that screen, there's one lantern right there. It's attached to a stick. And a fucking hand is holding it. This is the fucking lantern inspector. Alright, now to get past the lantern inspector, we have to turn our back like they did in the illustration. And as soon as the lantern touches our shoulder, we hold our breath. If you do not hold your breath, or if you don't even face the lantern inspector, he will pick you up and he will kill you in one hit. So let's get past the lantern inspector. Remember, wait for it to touch your shoulder because you only have that 15 to 20 second window. Alright, hold your breath here. Just going to examine this for a minute. Gotta be patient. Alright, now we can go. I like the lantern inspector, the costume concept, everything. Had the straw hat, everything. Tall, he's tall, menacing. I like the lantern inspector. Very cool enemy type. Alright. We have the incense and we have the feathered fan. So let's go back down to the basement and put the incense in. Try and get out of the basement as quickly as possible, bro. Alright. Let's put the incense in. I do as my mom does with the incense in hand. And knowing the kinds of prayers she prefer, I ask the gods only for a way to live as myself. you guys hear that? What was that sound? Let's go check it out. But now the gate is open. Now we can grab the wooden token. The prison gate is open. The wood token on the statue's back is loose. Item received, token. Let's examine it. Token. Wooden token taken from the figure in the basement cell. Alright, so we don't need to stay in this basement no longer. Makes me a happier person. Get the fuck out this basement. Alright. We don't really have to do nothing down here neither. So, let's go check out here before we go back to that door. The door is locked from the other side. This should lead to the atrium. Alright. Alright. So we need a roof key for that door. Once we grab that, we can go upstairs on the roof. Alright, to put these items in, I'm gonna save it here. Yes. Alright, let's put these items in. Let's put the wood token here on the left. Put the feather fan on the right. A chill air drifts inward. The walls are pretty beat up. It will probably collapse one of these days. A copper statue of the president. It can be seen from almost anywhere in the school. A Japanese-built wooden building. The floors are always creaking. The teachers' offices are inside. Alright, remember in the last video where I was saying you can dial the numbers to get the trophy? This is the phone we have to use, not the one from the last video. The windows are covered in protective talismans. There's nothing important on the bookshelves. This cabinet looks familiar. There's a key inside. Item received, roof key. There we go, so we have the key to the roof. Common gate key, old and rusty, used to open the gate to the roof. Now, 119 and I think 110 are like the emergency numbers. So you call those numbers to get the trophy. So let's go. I have to pick up the receiver to dial. So hover over here, pick this up. Now we dial. So let's go 1, 9. And you get nothing. I'm gonna try 110. 1, 0. And you'll get a trophy for trying either one of those numbers. But that phone we had to come back to use. This office is blocked off by a fence. Layers of barbed wire. Hope I don't get caught and tear my flesh. Oh, another lantern's back there. So remember, turn your back. As soon as the lantern touches you, hold your breath. A metal door inside. There might be another way around. The music room. there is a piano inside. It was probably last used during our freshman choir competition. Alright, this is where we're gonna do one of the puzzles. Probably the best puzzle in the game is the piano. It's the best and the toughest puzzle. It'll take you a minute to figure it out. We have music class scheduled every semester. It's mostly used as a testing center though. In the middle of the room hangs a bird cage. A puppet lies locked inside. It's got a hood on. I've never seen this style before. So here's the piano, and we only have to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys. But in order for us to get the rhythm, we have to use the 8-track player that we got to get further down in the story. Well, in this chapter. So, and that unlocks the puppet that's in here. So we have to come back to this area. The hallway light switch. You better cut that switch off. The broadcasting room. There are some playback devices inside. This is where we're gonna have to put the 8-track player in here. On the table are some broadcasting equipment. The speakers are emitting a small staticky sound. You can almost hear whispering. A tree's grown through the wall. There are leaves all over the room. Moss grows on the door and windows. When you look closely, there's fucking faces on the trees too. Craziness. Alright. I think this unlocks that door that we need to go to on the other side. Yeah. So let's unlock the door. Now we can go through this way. Back to where we originally were. This will be where we have to put the puppets though. Up here. As you can see. This scene looks very reminiscent, doesn't it? Once we complete the puzzle, it is seem familiar. But we have to go over here, and we have to grab this in here. Seem like there's something stuck inside the tree. Item received 8-track tape. Let's examine it. 8-track tape found under the tree containing 4 tracks. This one is labeled prohibited. The contents are probably censored. Alright. So not enough to grab here. Now we can go back to the media room. Well, the 8-track player room and put this tape in. Okay. Alright, let's go put the 8-track player. Oh. The lights turned out. And we can't do nothing until we cut that damn switch back on, so let's go over here and cut that light switch on. I'm not cutting on. Okay, there we go. Yep, fucking lantern inspector. You can stay here and hold your breath, but I tend to run away from him because we gotta go this way anyway. And I don't believe he's back out here. I don't believe he's out here once we come back, but can't be too sure. If he is, we'll deal with him, but I just run away from him there. Alright. A large 8-track player. It's usually used for school broadcast. The power is connected. Do I just need to stick an 8-track tape in it? Alright. Let's put the 8-track in. And this is how you switch from channel to channel. And you can hear that that's in their language, so that might be some prohibited stuff that they wanted to switch off from this 8-track player. what we need would be on channel 4. And you can hear there is the piano there. You have to listen very closely in order to figure out what's going on with the puzzle. But the cool thing is that it plays throughout. You don't have to be by the 8-track player to listen to it. You can be here, or you can be in the hallway where the lantern inspector was to find out what to listen to the melody. So remember, we have 5 keys to press, and we have, listen for a minute. So we have 9 keys that's played. So we listen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so we got 9 keys that we have to press. But we have 5 keys overall. So you'll have to listen to that 8-track player for a while to figure out the rhythm. So remember, you have just these keys here. So you can go boom, boom. Something like that. That's 9. But the solution to that puzzle would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A metal sound comes from somewhere in the room. I struggled on this. I struggled so bad on this. I can remember what I used to do. I used to do, I try to press these keys back here. You can't press them, but I try to do so much. But I'm going to go through it again so you know what the melody solution is. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to go slower. Alright, so that's the solution to the puzzle. And now we can get the puppet. The cage door is open. Inside is the puppet. Take it out or leave it. I obviously have to take it. There's a fucking hand that comes out of it. Item received, hooded puppet. A detached, twisted hand, fingerprints completely rubbed off. Yeah, it's fucked over here. This section is fucked. Like this whole chapter is fucked. Let's examine this puppet. Hooded puppet. Puppet found in the music room with a hood on his head. Its attire is strangely familiar. Look at the attire of the puppet. Look at my attire. It's a little similar, isn't it? Just a little bit, just a hint. Alright, we're gonna go this way. Alright, let's go put the, you know what? We're gonna go this way first. We're gonna put everything together all at once. So let's go upstairs. We got the roof key, so we're gonna open the door that's upstairs. Alright, let's open this door here. Once we get up here, pay attention to the right side of my screen. You see it? That looked like us, didn't it? That looked exactly like Fang. Alright, let's go follow it. Keep paying attention now. Did you just see that? See that body jump off the roof? Now what's that Fang? It sure looked like it, didn't it? Bloodstained film. Let's examine it. Bloodstained film. Projector film found on the roof of the red house. Alright. Now we gotta put this film downstairs in the projection room and go down to the media room. the lantern, Spectre. Hold your breath. Put this film in here. I wonder what's contained in this film. Alright, put the film in. Let's go to the other room, the media room. See what we got on the projector. We got a list of numbers 025121, and it just replays. So 025121, and it replays. This looks very similar to a number, right? Obviously, but a number we have to use, like a phone number. So we have to go back downstairs, go to the phone, and put this number in. 025121. Okay, let's go put the phone number in. Alright, let's head back upstairs. Let's go call that number. See what we get on that number. Alright, it should be down here. It shouldn't be all the way in the damn basement, but I'm pretty sure it's upstairs. Yeah. Alright, yeah, we're on the right track. Now look at this hallway, full of fucking eyeballs, staring right at us. Okay, here we go. Let's put this phone number in. So, 0. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, pick the damn receiver up. Okay. 0 2 5 1 2 1. Miss Fang, the country appreciates your assistance. What's left is only the dial tone. It's that creature from the last chapter. Trying to get in. Creature. So our country appreciates our assistance, and we have another puppet, military police puppet. Let's examine it. Military police puppet. Puppet picked up in the hallway dressed as a military policeman. He's holding a pistol in his hand. All right. No. I thought you can go that way and just go through the other door that we unlocked. I couldn't have sworn you could, but it's fine. We'll go back this way. Oh, lantern spatter again. That was a close call there. So why would our country appreciate our assistance? That's the question we gotta ask ourselves coming out of this chapter. Let's put these puppets in. Alright. A pair of mannequin hands. Is it a setup for the puppet play? Let's put this one there. Examine this one. This scene. Is it trying to remind me of something? That shit. I didn't think a real bullet would come out of that gun. There's even the smell of gunpowder. His head has been destroyed. A visceral scene. Is what's coming out blood? Why am I being shown this violent scene? No way. They picked you for a reason. A key fell out of the puppet's body. Item received. Basement key. So this key is for that door way at the beginning that we examined earlier. So that's expected. An old and worn bronze key used to open the door in the red house basement. Alright. Let's head over there. Should be able to actually go this way. Go down the steps. Make our trek way over here. Okay, let's open the door. The door's been unlocked. Okay. Wei, thanks for doing this for me. Not at all. I'm always willing to help if you ask. Though I'm sorry to have to drag you all the way here to my classroom. It's okay. My classroom has individual studies now. It'd be a bother if we were there. You're sure nobody else knows about these meetings, right? Of course, miss. Absolutely not. One thing though, this book list is quite sensitive and material. Please be careful with it. Yes, thanks for the reminder. I know reading these books could be trouble, but it should be our freedom to pursue knowledge, right? Yeah, I'm with you on that. In fact, I think Miss Yen also said the same thing like that before. Said something like that before. I think you're just like her. You're both courageous and talented. You think we're alike? I can't compare to her anyways. She's the principal's daughter, and they're known to be a family of successful scholars. It's okay. I believe she thinks highly of you. I remember she gave your work a nice compliment once. She said, "Strengthen thy wings, the sky's the limit." She really said something like that? Hey, let me ask you a question. I see Miss Yen and Mr. Chang chat a lot. Do you maybe know what kind of relationship they have? Okay, so remember that quote from earlier that was written on that desk? Miss Yen was using that to describe Fang and her work. And Fang is talking about Mr. Chang and Miss Yen, Counselor Chang and her teacher Miss Yen. She's asking questions about their relationship. A paper bag left behind by Wei. Item received, book club reading list. I've been weak, but you once told me the pen is mightier than a gun. Okay. Alright, man, we are coming up on the end of chapter 2. That is going to conclude the horror portion of the game. Now we're going to go into the story-driven portion of the game, fleshing out everything. All these damn mirrors. It's a pretty cool shot, though. I like the shot. I like the shot. Like a reflection upon yourself. What is this? Look at this. That reflection in the mirror looks very similar to that puppet that we solved the puzzle with earlier, right? And that's Miss Yen there. Let's go over there. Miss Yen? What are you doing over here? As a teacher, I always show concern for students who are a little rebellious. Remember what you did. What? Have you forgotten? Or do you not want to remember? You. Just a harmless piece of paper, right? Instead, I had to die. He had to die. And many other students had to die. Was it you? You just keep causing me trouble. You're driving me crazy. Sometimes when you trip up, you're never able to get back up again. How dare you? This is all because of you. You ruined everything. If you had a problem, why couldn't you have come talk to me instead? Shut up. That's the end, chapter 2. Craziness. What are they talking about? What are they referring to? If you weren't here, all would be well. So what happened between Miss Yen and Fang? We're going to find out in chapters 3 and 4. So let's keep going. The story portion is about to pick up. Now you're about to understand what's going on and what happened with everything and every character that's involved in everything. Justice Sheen Khan. Mom likes to bring all her worries and concerns to you. Something I think is fruitless, but sometimes there's no one else to look to for help. My hands together in silent prayer, here are my questions. I, Wei and Ray, invoke your guidance. So we had to ask about these three things. Asked about love, asked about prospects, and asked about family. So let's do that. Will I be able to live a simple life with loved ones and family? Yin Po, the crying answer. I think the crying answer means like no, or like disagree. Do not seek what cannot be. This was just a humble request. You can be so cruel. So that means no. Then I also asked about my prospects. I think the laughing answer is like maybe, and then a divine answer, which is like true. Will I be able to live life by my choices and follow my heart down my own path? Yang Po, the laughing answer. So that's a maybe. So I can only face reality obediently and wait until God knows when. Do I have any other choice? I also asked about my family. Will my parents who quarrel and fight have a second chance together? Yan Po, the laughing answer. So it's a maybe. You cannot cry over spilt milk. Is that so? But that was my family. My mom and that person we used to smile and laugh together. Do I ask for too much? Is life just a never-ending bitterness? Or is it all just me? Divine answer. So it is because of me. So that's a truth. Youth is hardly ever given a choice. Push through the grind until their innocence fades away. I've become a wooden horse on a carousel of life, a jumbled, messed up, lifeless emotion. Infused with frantic energy, I spin ever faster. Okay guys, that is chapter 2. I'm going to leave it there. And we're going to pick up chapter 3 in the next video. We only have two more chapters left, chapter 3 and chapter 4. And like I said, those would be the story portions of the game, so you figure out what is truly going on. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe down below. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. I'm out.